Hello and a very good morning. Welcome along to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us this Friday. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. It's Friday and we're super duper excited. Weather's nice again. There's lots going on here at Crafters TV as well. With it being Friday, we thought we'd chuck in something extra special on the website for you. Fiver Friday, so make sure you hit crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, check out all the deals. There'll be that Fiver Friday section for you and you will find some humdingers of deals for you right there. Lots more to talk about on the website in just a second, but I want to tell you about the exciting day that we've got coming up for you too. Kicking things off with Wake Up Call, where we get to preview everything which is coming up right throughout the day. We've got a special guest to introduce you to in just a few moments' time as well, who's going to be with us right throughout the day. But I'm back with my crafty partner in crime for not only an unbelievable masterclass a little bit later on from 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, but for an unbelievable craft along from 2 o'clock, 9 a.m. Eastern. Who is it? It is a man who is wearing a brighter shirt than I am today, the one and only, the hottie Scotty, Mr. America, the Fusty Goosty from Carnoustie. It's Craig Laird.
Oh my gosh, what an intro.
You're welcome.
That one's going to be screen recorded, that's for sure. Going to be going out time and time again. Absolutely, so good to be back again, back with yourself all day today.
Yeah.
As you were saying, later on we've got a really fab craft along coming up. It's all about the timeless border dies. Now, a few of you over the last couple of weeks and months have said you'd love to see a craft along that's got an elegance feel to it, but then you've had a few of you saying you would love a sort of wedding card craft along. So what I've done is I've combined them both together. So we're going to go elegant sophistication, but with a wedding theme. You can change it, of course, if you want to. That's going to be with the timeless border dies. There's a few other ideas as to which you can be doing with the dies, because there is 6 in the full set here. We'll go through it all later on in the actual show. However, with these ones with the borders, you can do the edges. You can then do, of course, the top fold if you want to.
Hold it down a bit, Craig. Just go down, hold the card down.
No, you don't need to go down.
No, you need to go down a little bit?
No, you don't need to go down.
Okay.
So you've got these ones. So the timeless border dies, these are just 2 of many ideas that you can be doing. And then when it comes to the masterclass, it's all about the inks, quick dry, opaque pigment, water reactive ink pads. We've got some stamps, we've got some stencils. We're going to have that full 101 when it comes to the ink pads. We've also got our rotating stamps again. Now, personally, I asked if we could have these on today.
What a deal you've got as well for us.
Exactly. I did just have these stamp sets on a couple of weeks ago, but I just felt that these work so well with our ink pads. So we've got these ones on as well. An incredible deal that Ben will be going over with you just shortly. But this is some of the things that we're going to be focusing on when it comes to Wake Up Call. But of course, timeless border dies, our inks, quick dry, water reactive, opaque pigment, heat embossing, all these sorts of techniques that we're going to be doing within Masterclass.
It is going to be unbelievable. I know you've got a little announcement to do, which I think we'll do maybe in just a second.
Let's do it, yeah.
Let's say hello first of all, though, to our lovely guests, because it is not just me and Craig over the course of the day today. There's 3 of us here. Well, actually 4, really. As you'll see in just a second. So you're going to have an extended show between 2 and 5 o'clock. So you'll have the craft along and then a little bit extra. Then at 6 o'clock tonight, you'll have the masterclass, 2 hours of the masterclass, and a little bit extra as well, because we are delighted to welcome back, by popular demand, always very welcome here at Crafters TV, from Sanntangle. It is the lovely Sandra. How are you today? Oh, by the way, Dobby's here as well, isn't he?
He certainly is, yeah. He's making friends and not doing any work at all. So
like
it's 3 of us, well, 3.5 maybe, but yeah, really nice to be here. Thank you for having me again.
And it's going to be really exciting because you've got lots of new goodies for us, which I know are already flying out the door, and you've got lots of items you've brought back by popular demand, haven't you?
I certainly have, yeah. It's all about flowers, words. You mentioned wedding. There's a couple of bits and pieces we could use for weddings as well today. And it's just a nice celebration of everything summery, I suppose, so.
I love how we've all come in our summery shirts as well. You're looking very summery. Dobby's got his Hawaiian shirt on there as well. Me and Craig also looking summery too. So it's going to be a fun day. Sandra's going to be with us very, very shortly indeed. All the goodies are already live on the website, and I know from chatting to producer Johnny, they are already flying out the door. So please make sure you get those. I will also tell you about our Summer Sea Sun Sale in just a few moments' time.
Say that again.
Summer Sea Sun Sale. You're not catching me out. So I have seen the picture of me on the website. Bizarrely, embarrassingly yesterday, I actually turned up in the same shirt that I'm wearing on the website. But we'll talk more about that in a second. But I know you just wanted to say a few words about something which is going to be affecting you over the course of the next few weeks.
It is, yeah. So I just wanted to say, so next week, just for a couple of months, next week, I'm going to be in Tuesday, Wednesday. That's going to be my last days for a couple of months. I am going to go in for an operation that I've been waiting for. You guys will know, can you believe it? It's actually coming up for a year since I had to have my period off when I was not well. I know you guys knew that I was expecting an operation. I didn't have it last year. I've been waiting for it, so that's going to be coming up the start of July. So fingers crossed. My aim is I'm going to be back here for September. That's the aim. A little bit of a complex operation, so it's going to take me a little bit of time out to get healed in that. But Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be in, and as I say, that'll be my last days here for a couple of months. For any of these other Facebook pages, now I am coming back. I've not been sacked. I've not left. None of anything like that. Screen record this, and you can tell you I am going to be back. You know what some of them are like. But yeah, so we're going to be having lots of fun. But I will be, after a couple of weeks of my operation, I will be active on social. I'm not going anywhere. So I just wanted to let you guys know that's why I'll be disappearing just for a couple of months.
We wish you all the very best. And I know
Thank you.
it's something that you've been waiting for, and you'll be back ready and raring to go.
Absolutely, yeah. So I was saying to you guys as well. This is the last bit. You know, I know I've been looking really well and so many amazing comments, but yeah, just this is the last thing that I need now, just so I could be fighting fit, ready to go, and put the last year behind me, health-wise.
Yeah, and you'll be fully charged then to get going for our
I will
birthday
do,
in October.
that's it, exactly, yeah, for sure. God, I'm going to be missing some of the Christmas launches.
Yeah, you will.
You know what, at least I'll be back for birthday.
That's it.
Fingers crossed.
And you'll be able to keep up with everything, of course.
Absolutely. I'm going to be watching, don't you worry, I'm going to be there in the hospital ward. I'm going to be watching you guys on Crafters TV, seeing exactly what you're going to be doing, commenting.
Yeah. Keeping an eye.
Definitely.
Always watching. Always watching. Always watching. Anyway, let's that is Monsters Inc., Johnny. Yeah. Let's talk about the Summer Sea Sun sale. Here is me juggling some. Oh, it's gone. No, there, I'm at the bottom there. Juggling some beach balls. I mean, I'm not quite sure what the look I was going for there, but like random shirt, old man's hat, and throwing me balls in the air. Up to 60% off the Summer Sea Sun sale. Now, that's the official line. I've got to tell you, that's the official line. However, if you look very closely, 70% and 75% off on just a smattering of items. But the best thing that you can do is hit the website, check out the Summer Sea Sun sale, and you will see some amazing deals right there. Now, we've got Cool Cat Caitlin on the socials, so if you want to get in touch and say hello over the course of the show, of course you can do that whether you're watching on Facebook or indeed on YouTube. I'm hoping it's going to be a nice interactive day today, because I know a lot of you will want to say hello to Craig, you'll want to interact and say hello to Sandra and ask lots of questions, and then also later on with our masterclass, that's what that's going to be all about, getting the questions asked when it comes to all of the different ink pads as well. So feel free to say hello, ask a question, join in with the banter as well. We look forward to hearing from you. Let's just very quickly show you the deal on the timeless border dies. So this is a craft along coming up a little bit later on. Really, really gorgeous, super craftable, and a lovely collection once again. Price on this also phenomenal. Platinum, you're down to £30.68 or $38.20. We launched these, I think it was on the 12th of May, yeah. If you don't want to go for the full bundle today, we do have the two for 14 or 2 for £18. But when you see the price on these, and when you see the versatility that Craig's going to show you in just a few moments' time, I have a feeling that you'll be jumping in and grabbing all of the dies that you're going to get. 6 in total. You've got your beautiful rose garden there. You've then got the flourishing foliage, as Debbie Robinson would say. Love the butterflies here. Again, I think we've included some really, really gorgeous designs here, from your roses to your butterflies. This here, absolutely gorgeous. Always love a daisy. And that one there is your Ditsy Daisy. We're then going to be bringing you the dragonflies. I know these have been super popular, particularly here at Crafters TV over the course of the last few weeks with our Dancing Dragonflies collection, which has been very, very popular indeed. And then lastly, you've got kind of like a selection of beautiful flowers built into that border there in the Wild Flowers set. So all of those you're going to get in the bundle with a 20% saving. If you do want to go individually, you can. And as I say, if you just want to dip your toe in the water and try a couple of those, they are available on 2 for £14, 2 for $18. A few quick hellos. Hello to Sarah, who says hello to Craig, Ben, Johnny, Charlotte. Why did you know they? I've never mentioned them yet. Or have you mentioned them?
Yeah, I put a picture of the 4 of us on my social.
Ah, I was going to say, so how did you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are here, Johnny and Charlotte, steering the Good Ship Craft today. Hi to the rest of the CTV crew, sending hugs your way from Melbourne, Australia. Lots of people very excited to see Dobby as well. Good morning, everyone, says Carleen, watching on my way to work. Hi to the Crafters team. Val says, good luck, Craig. Good luck, Craig. I'll be watching your feed for news. Keep us posted, says Val in Southampton.
Don't you worry, I will do.
He never stops. Craig says, Christine, I'll be praying for you for a very successful operation and a full, fast recovery, and you will be missed tremendously.
Oh,
that's
from
from
guys.
Christine.
I miss you guys too.
And Sarah says, Craig, I'm wishing you all the best for your op. Get better and get back to us healthy and your beautiful self soon. Sending hugs your way and best wishes from Melbourne, Australia.
Thank you. Absolutely, that is the plan. That's the plan of action. I'll be back fighting fit. Just you wait and see.
And one final one for now from Patty, who says, Dobby, in the house! Watch your supplies, Craig. He likes to craft. I know Dobby sat right in front of you there. He's just behind the details on your screen when you go over to see Craig. Yeah. So he's there, yeah, with Ben Doll as well. Ben Doll. So just double trouble over there.
Yeah, just at the side there. Just you can just see them just behind there, just popping out, peeking through. There you go.
There's Ben Doll, and then you can see Dobby's just just waiting to cause a bit of trouble, those two. Right, let's get cracking then. So these timeless borders.
Absolutely.
What are you going to be showing us in this show?
So let's have a little bit of play with them. I will show you some more finished samples. So it was actually myself that launched this collection. And these are beautiful. They're timeless because of the designs, because the intricacy of them. But what you can do is all of them have a pinpoint detailed edge to them as well. So if you want to do some faux stitching when it comes to your small or your thin art liner, you can absolutely do. If you actually want to do some stitching all the way down, you can absolutely do that as well. For instance, with this one here, this is one that I done when I first launched it.
Beautiful.
Using a really thin, fine art liner and just done my faux stitching all the way along here, just with that pen. So start to use them within your square cards, but because they are a border or an edgeable, you can do exactly that. Pop them on the edge of your cards or your projects. Do them on one, do them on both. That's up to you. And we've had so many big and bold edgeable dies, border dies, which always have a time and a place. But these ones, you know, you've got the foliage within that one there. You've got the butterfly. This one here, you've got the daisy as well as that one. These really are timeless, hence the name, timeless. You're going to be able to use these. Whether you're going with the pastel tones, I mean, look at that one.
That's amazing.
Pastel tones, your bright tones, but your blacks, your golds, your monochromatics, depending on which ones you use, they look absolutely beautiful. If you want to go in with your sparkle pens or what reactive inks that we're away to do in a moment, you can do. But then these ones here, think of your dancing dragonflies, really is going to work well. Set it off just nicely. Or with your vintage butterfly here.
That's stunning.
Stunning. Cardstock, pattern paper, got some of the silver at the backdrop as well. So it doesn't matter the style, it doesn't matter the colour, it doesn't matter the concept that you're going to do. Because of the designs of these ones, they've all got that timeless border. They've got that timeless feel to them. So what we're going to do is let's go in with a piece of our multi-purpose cardstock. And what I've done, Ben, is I've cut this to 8 by 6 1/4.
Okay.
So 8 by 6 1/4, and I've scored at 3 inches. And what I'm going to do is I am going to do a double cut. So I'm going to do one on this fold, and I'm going to do one on the edge here. But I'm going to use 2 different ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the dancing dragonflies, and I'm going to also add, which is my personal favourite, the Ditsy daisies. So I'm going to use these ones. Let's just take out some of these little bits that are still in place. And if you are new to our border dies or you're new to us, what we've got is all of the detail which die cuts. The outer edge of the die cuts away. This inner edge here, there's no die cutting edge, so therefore it's going to stay within your cardstock. So what that means is when we go and pop this one into place, this is going to cut on the outside, but all of this is going to stay in place. But what I'm going to do is let's just go in and take these last little bits that are still in play from before. And then I'm going to do them, drop my water, I'm going to do them separately.
Scared the life out of that.
I'm going to do them separately. Have I got, here we go. Let me just wipe up my water, my flavoured water.
It's what?
Flavoured water.
What flavour you got today?
Strawberry.
Oh.
Water with a touch of strawberry.
Strawberry squash.
No, it's not. No, diluting juice, you mean?
We were chatting about this yesterday. It's so funny because I had a bottle of my orange squash and I said, oh, it's squash. And then the whole thing came up, like a lot of our American friends didn't know what squash was. And then we got chatting about Kool-Aid and
fizzy juice.
Yeah, and then Rachel on the socials went, oh, as Craig calls it, diluting juice. And I said, nobody else calls it that. And, no, you don't,
Do you,
Charlotte?
Charlotte?
You don't. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not
you
called diluting juice.
You
it's
did
squash.
call it diluting juice,
It's
Johnny.
squash.
Because you're diluting it.
Or it's concentrate, if you want to call it. It's not. Nobody, only you and Charlotte call it diluting juice. You watch now. I call it diluting juice. I think you'll find I call it diluting juice. No, diluting juice. Caitlin, Cool Cat Caitlin, no debate on it. It's squash.
It's squash. I have to say, me and Caitlin were talking the other week about that when she was through it. She was saying exactly the same. She was like, no, it's squash.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's diluting juice.
So you, like squash is your concentrate, and then your juice is like your orange juice that you'd pour straight from the carton or straight from the bottle, like fresh juice. Yeah.
Double strength, Johnny. What about triple strength?
There is no such thing, is there?
It's taken me a couple of years to get used to double strength. Now I'm trying to get used to triple strength.
Where do they sell that?
At Morrison's, they've got triple strength, and Tesco's has got triple. Honestly, you need the tiniest bit.
See, I keep having this argument with George at home because he drinks squash and he can't, it's like, mate, it's double strength. You only need like a tiny amount.
Tiny a bit.
And you see him there like glugging in like a whole load of this. Yeah, and then the double, but he's like, oh, but I like it strong. I was like, yeah, but that's like, you've got like quadruple strength because you put in twice as much as you should have done and it's double strength.
Yeah, there is triple strength now.
Caitlin's just put, Craig, it's squash. Long.
I'm sorry, guys, at home. I have to beg to differ.
Well, the thing is, you call it what you want.
Exactly.
You call it what you want, as long as you know what you mean.
Because you dilute it.
Yeah, but most of us call it squash.
I remember once before when we were talking about it as well, producer Erin, boss Erin, because she's American, actually thought we were talking about squash, as in pumpkins and stuff like that.
I had that yesterday. Someone said, "Oh, we thought you were talking about the vegetable, the squash," and then then that again, like squash, the sport, the indoor sport.
The indoor sport.
Yeah. But anyway, it's all very confusing.
To stop confusing, let's just call it diluting juice.
Yeah. Anyway, Fiver Friday is very, very popular on the website right now. Lots of people shopping for the deals on Fiver Friday. There's no squash or diluting juice there, but what I will tell you, there are buddy bags for £5. There's Spectre Noir Classiques for £5. Glue gel, chunky glue.
Chunky glue.
For a £5, that's on there as well. There's two issues of the magazines, the Crafter's Inspiration magazines, a £5. Embossing folders, might have to have a look myself a little bit later on. Some really great deals.
So that the magazine at a £5, I'm presuming issue 2, the global issue, that's still got all the goodies that you usually get.
Yeah, normally that's 10. I think platinum. It's about 10.79
right,
or
12.99. £12 odd or something.
Yeah, bargain that.
It is.
What a bargain.
Probably costs more than a £5 to make and produce it all.
I would imagine. Look at all the goodies you've got in there as well that you always get. Totally Tiffany desk made. £5. What's that normally at?
That's got to be a lot more than that.
Yeah. Say lowest has seen it like about £8, but £5's bonkers.
It is.
Get on there, have a look, fill your boots. So have you cut the same die into this? Yeah, have you used the same one here?
No.
Oh, different. Oh, because you've got the dragonflies on one side, have you?
I do
Yeah.
indeed. So I'll pop
And the wildflowers.
these little bits out here.
Yeah.
So if I go in with this one, so I'll bring in that bit of card again so that we can see. So this is the way the card's going to open. So I've got my dragonflies on the right-hand side. And then what I've done is put my daisies onto what will be the left-hand side that we can see here.
Yeah.
So that we've got one or the other. But then what you could do as well, if you wanted to, is if you want to put some glue or adhesive at the edges here, that could be like little pockets if you want to. So you can pop little notes in there or little gifts in there if you want to. So I'll have a play with the concepts of them as well. Or you can simply cut them as rectangle strips, long strips. And then that way they're going to go through your mini or your go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with honey pot, water reactive, and then crushed velvet, water reactive. Now this bit, what I'm away to do, you can either add your ink before you do the die cutting, or you can do what I'm away to do, and obviously I've die cut it first, then I'm going to ink. All you need to be careful of is you don't tear any of the little bits. I'm not blending it in circular motions, hence why I've gone in for the cut first, because literally what I'm going to do, Ben, is just dab so I can get that ink on into place. But these are the water reactive ones that I'm going to be using.
Okay. I've just had a look as well. There's some more amazing deals on there. We've got Build a Bouquet, the Enjoy Your Day set, just a £5. Cutting embossed folders, a £5. Shape cutting embossed folders, a £5. Have a look on the website, honestly. There's tons and tons of deals for you there. Susan Staff says there's quadruple strength squash now too.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Johnny's just gone, quadruple? Yeah. What is the point? Well, but normal strength you have to put more in then, don't you, see? So quadruple strength should last you 4 times as long. And then you do get the little pod things, don't you?
Do you still get them, do you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. Never did use them.
Sandra says, Craig, those little things that squeeze into water bottles only take a couple of quick squirts to change a bottle of water into thirst-quenching drink. That's what we were just talking about, wasn't it? The little squeezy things.
But you see, I'm bad for keeping hydrated and not what I said to you, Charlotte, earlier on.
What did you say? Oh, it's a really hot day today. Make sure
just
you
keep yourself dehydrated. Charlotte was like, keep yourself dehydrated.
Yeah, I was like, great advice, cheers, thanks very much. And Charlotte was like, keep yourself dehydrated. Keep yourself hydrated.
But yeah, I'm really bad for drinking. Is it meant to be two litres of water or juice?
That's all right.
Juice you're meant
2 litres, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you're meant to drink, isn't it? Yeah, I'm really bad for not being able to do that.
Are you really?
I try.
You're always drinking. You've always got your water bottle there.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I drink out of it all the time. But yeah, I do try and at least get through 2 of them of flavoured water or even diluting juice, whatever one I've got.
Squash.
It's diluting juice.
Squash.
It could be, Charlotte, yeah.
But no. Oh, we've got to start talking about this. No, but like high juice, that's still squash, isn't it?
It's not squash.
No, high juice, Johnny, is like a hybrid between squash and like your juice. So it's like a more juicy tasting squash. So it's like, you know, like the orange juice that you would get, like your real orange juice. It's like a cross between that and squash. It's high juice squash. Is what it is. Caitlin's making me laugh. She just keeps doing the socials. Squash. Oh dear.
Brilliant.
Anyway, moving on from that debate,
Absolutely
we'll just beg to differ. I think it's probably the
we're going to have to, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're going to have to.
Johnny's just gone. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day. Yeah, 6 o'clock tonight. It's diluting juice.
Diluting
Squash.
juice.
I keep telling you.
End the show tonight. Diluting juice, squash.
Oh dear.
So-
Is that the Enchanted Dreams paper you're
It
using?
says indeed, yeah.
Debbie was using the other day. She's loved that.
Yeah,
It's a lovely paper.
beautiful paper pad. So what I've done is I've cut a piece So it's a little bit smaller than my inner panel here. And as you'll have seen a moment ago, what I didn't do is I didn't go all the way in with my ink. I've only gone so far because my pattern paper is going to cover it.
Yep.
And same with this one here. So I'm going to go in with my panel and I'm just going to trim just a couple of millimetres off. So I'm going to come in here, trim it a little bit smaller because I still want to see these little pin drops into here. So I'm going to go in, taking these ones off. But this could be your inky backgrounds that you've done, or this could be any of your paper pads. You could be using the Ditsy Daisy with your sunflower collection.
Yeah.
That would look beautiful as well. But what I need to do before I attach this one, let's go in. So I've already tied this little bow here. I'm going to wrap that around into here, so keeping it quite purple themed.
Would you think some of these would be all right for doing like paper piecing with, or would you think it'd be a bit too fiddly?
No, it all depends on your patience.
Yeah.
You know, you can paper piece any die cut that you want to.
Yeah.
As I said, you know, if it's a real intricate piece, you might not want to because you can't be bothered or you don't have the patience. But yeah, it doesn't matter the size of the die and the die cut. All that will change is how quick it'll take for you to do it. A larger die cut, it's going to take no time at all. A die such as like this one, if you were to paper piece it all or cherry pick sections, it's of course going to take you a bit longer. So of course you can, no problem at all. So I'm going to go into there. So we've created our little fold, and then I've already stamped out, thinking of you. Let's pop this one into place. I'm going to pop that at the side, using our inks, which we've got when it comes to the Masterclass 101 later on in the day. But there we go. That is using the Timeless Border die. So that was using the Dragonfly, so Ditsy Daisies and Dancing Dragonflies. It's also using Crushed Velvet, Honey Pot, Water Reactive ink. And that is the die set that are going to be featured within the Craft Along later on today.
By the way, if you want to join that craft along, maybe you've already got this collection, you'll see on the socials already the full list of what you'll need. You'll have to see the project that Craig is going to make as well. So if you fancy joining along, everything is there for you right now on our social pages. So have a look. Do let us know, by the way, if you are going to join us. We'd love to hear from you throughout the show, and we'd love to see your finished pictures at the end of it as well. Of course, if you haven't yet got this collection and you like the look of it, then you can pick it up right now. You'll have that craft along to come back to, because it will always be there for you on our Facebook page and on YouTube as well. This is the full collection. Very quickly, just show you all of the dies that you're going to get. The first two are the two that Craig used in that last demo there. So, you know, if you just think to yourself, I'll give these a bit of a try, I'll try two. If you want to recreate that demo, you'll need this one here, which is that gorgeous Ditsy Daisy, and then you've got the beautiful Dancing Dragonflies as well. So you could go for those two individually if you want, on a twofer, or actually, when you look at the price for all four of these, particularly if you're platinum, jump in and grab the lot, because you've got, you know, that's why it's called it, the Timeless Border dies. You've got the timeless collection here. You've got roses, you've got your foliage, butterflies, always timeless in craft, and of course those florals as well. Love the wildflowers there with a real collection of different florals within that edge. £30.68 if you're platinum, $38.20 is the deal on that one if you're shopping with us in the US and you are a platinum member. Just very quickly, show you something which we launched yesterday. I know hundreds of you bought these yesterday. They were so popular, but just in case you did miss the launch on these, brand new nesting frame dies, different for the fact that they cut you these beautiful frames out in both rectangle and squares. The largest size on your rectangles is 5x7. The squares are a 5x5, but these are absolutely phenomenal. As we talked about yesterday, you've got a lovely selection of different styles. So you've got your scalloped edge in the rectangle, and then again also in the square. You're then going to receive the beautiful what's the name of it? Ditsy Floral. Just lost it for a second there. Ditsy Floral. It's me age. It's the heat. And then you've got that within the squares there as well. How gorgeous is that detail around the outside of those dies? And then you're going to get, I think a lot of people's favourite, the cross stitch in the rectangle and in those squares as well. And just to quickly show you some of the cards, I love these. Yesterday, actually, it was Debbie, who won the demo of the day with her scrapbook page of herself and Craig. A lot of you were chatting about using these for scrapbook projects. A lot of you were talking about using these simply for doing this, you know, printing off photos off your phone, off your tablet, wherever it might be, and creating these really gorgeous cards. But quite simple again, you know, if you just wanted to use all of the frames, cut them all out, build them up to, you know, pop a sentiment on. I love these cards as well. I was telling Debbie yesterday, Craig, that I love the idea of like layering up the frame on the outside, cutting the aperture, and then having the rest of the frames with inside the card as well. I think that creates like a really dramatic effect.
It is, yeah, and it just goes to show that even having that inner aperture die that cuts out at the same time, all you need to do is back it onto a bit of cardstock and you've got that full backing. But of course, because the die itself creates that inner aperture, it just means that you've got more things that you can do with them. You know, whether you're doing your card blanks, your frames, your scrapbook pages, your home decor, your shakers, all of these from these die sets are absolutely fab.
Yeah, and even for things like, you know, if you love making your flowers, if you love doing things like your decoupage, it's simply, again, just cutting these out, like here, mounting them onto a bit of acetate and just popping the florals into the centerpiece of your project, I think really works well. And this was one of my faves. Who did this one? Is it written on the back? Oh, Monica. Again, how cool is this card? So layering them all up, but then just having one of the frames this side and then the others on the other, so it almost creates like an interlocking card. Really clever, that. Really love that. The cross-stitch edge, I was saying, because I had these on Hobby Maker here in the UK on Wednesday. Yeah. And I was saying the stitch edge one, that would cross-stitch edge one would be good for anyone that does cross-stitching. Yeah. And they want to frame their work. And Kelly, that works in the office just next door, she does incredible cross-stitch work. So if you are into your cross-stitching, you love your bit of paper craft, use these to frame your cross-stitch work as well. That would be a really good way of using them. What I would say to you is, if you like the look of those, they are available still at the price we launched them at yesterday. £57.56 platinum or $67. If you do get them, go back and watch the shows from yesterday as well. Debbie, she did 2 fantastic demos, I think, in Wake Up Call, and then we had the official launch of them where I think she bashed out another 5. There was tons yesterday anyway, tons of inspiration. And that one, Mr. Craig, yes, was the demo of the day yesterday.
This was, when I came in this morning, there was no one about. Just me, walked in here and all this was empty, it was all cleared, and this was just sitting right in the middle here. I'm presuming it had been left for myself because Debbie's done 2. She's got one that she's done over there, and then her finished sample here. So I don't want to assume it's for me. I'm going to check with Debbie.
It was for me. No, it is for you, mate.
It is for me.
It is for you. It's a birthday prezi.
Absolutely, most definitely.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Be taking it. It's absolutely lovely as well. And of course, part of the reason done that birthday twins is because it was both Debbie and myself's birthday just the other day there, same day. So yeah, lovely way of using them.
Yeah, there you go. $57.56 or $67 is the deal. Now, I just want to quickly run through the colours that you can get your hands on in our ink pads, because coming up later on, 6 o'clock tonight, we've got our ink pad 101. So, if you've got any questions about ink pads, then tonight is the night to ask them. I know Craig's going to be going through all of these, but I thought what we do, it might be a good idea, like if you're thinking about getting them, is to get them now and then get your questions ready for later on when we have this, because it's all about Craig showing you lots of different ways to be able to use them, but also all about you guys getting in touch, getting interactive with us, asking these questions. And please, 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 I mean this, you know, truly, don't be embarrassed about asking a question that you think is simple, because that's what these 101s are for, right?
Yeah, exactly,
you've got to start somewhere. So if you're thinking, oh, my question's too simple, I don't want to ask it, anything that you want to ask it, and we'll get it answered tonight. Quick dries, first of all. So 10 of these you're going to get within this particular collection. You're saving $12.91 or $18.51. Platinum price is $37.59 or $56.79. The colours you're going to get are the fuchsia. You've got the baby blue.
Actually, see for a moment, can you go back?
Where?
Go.
Where do you want to go back?
Can you go back? Go back one, back to the fuchsia.
Oh! I was so waiting for you to do that. I thought, should I do it?
Baby blue, 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 baby blue, 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 blue.
Crushed red. Oh, is that crushed red? Chinese red, Ben. Come on, put your specs on. Jet black. We've got loads of your favourites in here as well. Parakeet.
Ooh.
Seal brown.
Sealed with a kiss.
Gets my seal of approval. You've got your pine, your smoked emerald, orange, and then misty morning. So those are your quick dries. We'll talk in depth about these later on, what you're going to be using these for, how you can get your very best out of those. Next up, we've got your opaque pigment ink pads. Again, I'll run you through the colours here. And once again, we'll talk about these in depth later on. Bordeaux. You've got your dabs of wine. You've also got your grasshopper. I've seen that message as well, Johnny. I'm gonna deal with that in just a second. You've got Lagoon, Midnight, at the Oasis, Orange, Plum Jam. Oh, you don't see that very. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello. You don't see that very often in the bundle, do you?
You don't. Pure
You're
white.
I don't think I've seen that. Oh, dearie. You got you got your seal brown, and also your smoked emerald. Ooh. $37.59, same deal. $56.79 if you're platinum. We'll talk more again about your opaque pigment ink pads a little bit later on for you, and what you're going to be using those for to get the very best out of them. Then we've got the collection of the water reactives. What are the colours we've got here? Can I get any colours that are going to shock me this time? Bordeaux, orange, straw bale. Plum jam. Ooh. Fuchsia. Ooh. Pink tulip. Ooh. Ooh. Midnight. Ooh. Ocean blue. Ooh. Jet black. Ooh. He's going to do them all. He is. And parakeet. Ooh. Again, same deal on this. With a $12.91 saving or $18.51. We'll talk more about those later on. What you're going to want your water reactives for. And then lastly, we've got your Midas metallic pigment ink pads, 7 in this collection with a 20% saving, and you're going to get rose satin, pink lace, bronze, platinum, something I was doing last night, blush, rose gold. And your gold.
Why were you blushing?
What?
Why were you blushing?
Why was I blushing?
Why were you blushing, Ben?
Oh, I don't. I think a lot of you know, don't you? Look on the socials. Christine says, so is no one going to bring up the elephant in the room, Ben? You're not going to tell us, not going to tell your best friend about the boss wanting you to take her bra off.
Mm-hmm. I seen it.
I shared it with the guys last night.
You did?
Yeah. Her microphone
It did sound like that she wanted you to take her bra off.
It is a good job. I'm very professional, Johnny. Her microphone went, so that being the professional that I am, I walked to the other side of the studio to offer her my microphone, and she just turned around and said, because her microphone's obviously clipped to her bra, and so we clip ours to our trousers, you see. She just said, put your hand to my dress and take my bra off. She said it. She said, take my bra off. She did.
It was funny. It was funny.
I'll find it.
It sounded as though she was meaning for you to take her bra off.
Yeah, but what she actually meant was take the microphone off my bra is what she meant. But then it was just, I mean, that's above my pay grade. So thankfully she did go and she got it sorted elsewhere. But yeah, I'm still recovering from that.
Just you wait. It's going to be in the UK tabloids. Just you wait and see.
yeah.
Dragon Den Star, I don't know, you know, gets man to take her bra, something like that. Just you wait and see.
Christine says, most importantly, how did you explain that?
You know.
Shush, Johnny. Shush, Johnny. It's in the papers. Johnny,
Awesome.
you are joking me. It's in the papers, apparently. Which paper's it in? It's in the Daily Express, apparently.
Awesome. I did say you in our message yesterday.
Oh no!
Said it would make the UK tabloids.
Oh no! Right, well, let's move on swiftly from that. What we doing now? Let's I'll get a little
Cool down a bit.
Huh?
Cool down a bit.
Yep. let's talk about the background rotation stamps. Now, getting back on track here, you have sorted out an unbelievable deal with these, haven't you? Because it's not like a buy one get one, or a or a buy two get two. You've sorted us out a fantastic deal. I just need to read what they're saying about me in the paper.
Yeah, let's have a look at these ones here, the background rotation stamps. So, did feature them a couple of weeks ago, but these work so well with our ink pads. Whether it's water reactive pigment or, of course, quick dry, we're going to use the quick dry, and we're going to stick with a sort of blue tones within this one. But let's show you the sort of things that you can be doing. Because the way that the team have come up with these ones is absolutely genius. Because what you're able to do is use that one stamp and you rotate it, well, in total 4 times, to create these beautiful designs. Now, you can just use them onto your multi-purpose card and then, of course, trim with your guillotine or nesting dies, but you can do your apertures, you can do your shakers, all these different things you can absolutely do if you so wish. So within these ones here, what I would highly recommend you do is get a hold of our 8x8 stamping platform, because these stamp sets, certainly when they first came out, one of the questions that was asked was that you were having a little bit of difficulty getting the card and the stamps in the right place. How do you work it? It wasn't stamping out even. So what to do is get yourself your stamping platform and then get your cardstock. I always say it's a lot easier to have your cardstock bigger than what you actually need, and use the grids within your stamping platform. So you want to get this as central as you can. So what I've done is going in with my cardstock. I know this is central because I've got 2 squares, 2 squares, 2 squares, and 2 squares. So I know my card is central to my stamping platform. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the butterfly roses for this one. And I'm pretty much going to do exactly the same bit, but on my stamping platform.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the back of this mat to make it easier for you to see, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stamp, and then actually it'll probably be better against white so that you can see. Let's take this one out of the way. So this one's a little bit easier. That wasn't hard to line up in the centre, but with this one here, because you've got the cross that you can see, it is easier to get that first look as to where it needs to go. So all that I'm going to do is get that as close to the centre as possible, and then once I've got it, I'm just going to press. I'm just double checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 squares all the way around, plus I can see my crosses in the middle. So I know now that my stamp is right bang centre in the middle of my stamping platform, and then my stamping mat has also got my cardstock in the exact place that I need it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from light and go to dark. So I've got 4 tones of blue here, and these are quick dry.
Okay.
So all I'm going to do is start with the smallest one, lightest one, and I'm going to ink up. Now the other thing that I do as well, which I like to do, and for me it's E, so I remember which way I'm turning, is I always make sure my logo is at the bottom right-hand corner, because then visually I can remember that's where I've stamped once. The next time I'm going to turn it, the next time I'm going to turn it, and keep going round and round.
Yeah.
And then that's a visual aid for me as to where I'm stamping position-wise. So gone in with my ink, and I'm going to press my design into place. So stamp that one in. So I need to, because it is a lighter blue, I am going to add another coverage of ink, and I'm just going to do that again, same position, just to build up that blue.
Thank you for all the comments coming through. I'm still reeling from the news of the newspaper.
Hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
They pick up on everything, don't they? The
do.
press, just like anything like that. It's just, wow. You'll be next, Craig. They're always watching. They're always watching. Liz R's just said, I have to go back and watch that. Sandra says, anyone else dashing out to get a newspaper? It was very funny last night. Do you know, funny enough, I didn't actually have time. When I got home last night, Laura's sort of already in bed, so I never even really mentioned it to her. So if she's like flicking around today on the socials, can you imagine?
Can you imagine if she goes onto their site, eh? And there's her husband.
Yeah, let's have a quick look. Oh, what? Oh dear. I've got to change the locks by the time I get home. Good job as a fold-out bed in the green room, isn't there?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That first one, I start with my logo at the bottom right-hand corner. Then I went in with ocean blue, but I turned it 90 degrees, so my logo is at the bottom left-hand corner. Then I've gone in inked with parakeet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up to the top left-hand corner, and then I'm going to repeat and press that one in. And then what we can do is we can do that once again, but this time I'm going to go in with the midnight, so you can start to see that you're building up design. Don't worry about any ink on the edges, because we're going to trim that. But each time going in, as I say, me personally, I always start with the lighter and work my way up into the dark tones. But now I can go in with this last one. So that's where I was, turn it 90 degrees, and then I'm going to go in and apply this one.
It's £10. That price is right, by the way, because in case you didn't join us when Craig started doing this, you get all 4 of these. It's actually an 8-piece collection because you get the stamp and you get the sentiment with each one. So £10 and change, $11.96 is correct. You just need to snap this deal up. Producer John is telling me that lots and lots and lots of you are already buying it. It's a great beginner's collection, this as well, isn't it? For
it really is.
Ease of use.
It's one of these as well. You know, don't get me wrong. Simple and plain stamps are good for beginners, but this one, as long as you line them up correctly on following the way that I've just showed you there, for a beginner, gosh, what a confidence boost this is going to give you, being able to achieve this.
I also think as well, if you are someone perhaps who's tried stamping previously and I don't know, for whatever reason have found it difficult or you've fallen out of love with stamping, I think a set like this is going to get you back in very, very quickly when you see just how easily you can achieve the results Craig's showing you right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. And then what you can do, you're going to have to come along and try things such as your heat embossing, maybe a little bit of blending, all these different things that we'll try and show you later on within Masterclass.
Can I just say as well, just whilst you're watching Craig, producer Johnny, now he's normally quite a laid-back sort of guy. You know, he's very laid-back, very relaxed. He's just gone to me. You need to tell everybody that if they want any of the Sanntangle stuff that Sandra's brought, they need to be getting it now, because we've not even obviously shown you any of it. It's already flying out of the door. If you're in the US, of course, as well, you've never seen any of these. A lot of the new goodies that we've got today, brand new, coming up. Well, officially launching in about 10 minutes' time. How much of it we've got left? I don't know, because Johnny is telling me it's absolutely fine. So it's flying out the door. We might have to be quick. She's just giving me 2 thumbs up. So if you see anything you like on the website, get it in your basket, get it checked out. We'll update you with stock and everything when we are Sanntangling in around about 10-15 minutes' time. Wow, busy, busy day.
Really busy. I think it's going to be one of these days.
It is.
Do you know what I think it is as well? Certainly here in the UK, most of the UK, we've had incredible hot weather.
Yeah.
Usually, we always assume people are out in the sun. But not everyone likes the sun, not everyone enjoys the sun, not everyone can actually be in the sun. So I think for those, what is it they say, the early bird catches the worm? For those that aren't out in the sun, for whatever reason, you're the ones that are going to get your hands on, whether it's these stamp sets at $10.39 or new items from Sandra. Me, however, I am the one that's always out in the sun.
You're the one that's in the sun?
I was prepping in the sun.
You've got a nice garden to go and relax in there, haven't you?
I do, yeah. Really.
All sorted now, isn't it, with your decking and whatnot?
Pretty much, yeah. Funny enough, the reason I've been in the garden as of late, in between prepping, now that you guys know I'm away to have a little bit of time off for an operation, it's so that I'm hoping that when I come out the hospital, I'm hoping to only be in a couple of weeks. The rest of the time is going to be at home recovering, and I'm having it here. I'm not going back to Scotland or that. I'm having it here, so I'm hoping the weather will be nice. So if I can get my garden done which it pretty much is, then I can recover in the garden.
I mean this in the bottom of my heart as well. You know my my days here, my days on, my days off. If you need anyone to come and you know, help you out, mow the lawn, bring you a glass of diluting juice. Play your new WWE board game, watch a horror movie with. You've got the number, mate. You tap me up and I am right there.
I'm counting on you guys coming around to play. I know, Charlotte, you have no interest in wrestling, but you're welcome to come around and play with the board game if you want.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. Have a WWE board game afternoon.
Absolutely, more than welcome to.
Yeah. and yeah, probably.
I might not be able to wrestle at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can be the commentator.
Oh yes. Yeah.
You could do that. But yeah, so that's why I've been out in my garden a lot more over the last week or so, just trying to get it ready to recover in.
It's always better to recover at home as well, isn't it?
It is.
Not that I've ever had an operation like you're going to have, but I've had various sort of fixes for injuries and things like that. It's always nice to get out of hospital and get back to the sort of home comforts, isn't it?
Exactly.
I think you genuinely sort of do recover quicker.
Oh, you do. You absolutely do. And I think it has kind of been proven nowadays that patients do recover quicker when they are at home. So yeah, we will. We'll see how it goes. One of those that my friends will be messaging, well, how are you feeling? It's a strange one. I can't say I'm looking forward to an operation, no one is, but I'm just looking forward to get, because, you know, I come here and we have laughs and I have jokes and that, but certainly you and Johnny and the team here, they know it still struggle some days. So it would just be nice to get back to normal, if whatever normal is.
It's a funny one though, like you say, isn't it? Because obviously part of you must be not dreading it, but be a little bit sort of anxious about it. And then the other part of you must be just wanting to get it done and getting back onto that.
Exactly, yeah. Because I talked about an operation when I was not well last year.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's nothing to do with waiting times or that. They just wanted to make sure that I was feeling the best that I am, which I am, before they operated, and that's the time come round now. So yeah, it's all working out good. So get yourself sorted, fitting well, and then be back to annoy you guys again.
And how nice as well to have this as a skill, as a hobby to be able to do whilst you're recovering, because we talk a lot, don't we, about craft being a very mindful, very relaxing thing to do.
Absolutely.
And imagine you might have done this as well at home, you know, been recovering from an illness or an operation or something, to have craft to be able to turn to again. I guess that's going to help you get better, isn't it?
There's so many bits and pieces that have been set into the side of my craft room that, right, when I'm in a position that I'm home and I'm well enough to craft, I'm going to be playing with them. But then things like, I know you'll have seen it on my own personal Instagram, I was getting bits ready to pack for the hospital. I've put in some of my Spectrum Noir colouring kits that I've got, some little bits and pieces from our Crafter's Companion ranges that I'm able to take with me, specifically, you know, the colouring kits and that. All these sort of things are really handy.
Yeah.
So it's good that I've got that side of it that you can just take your mind off it. Whether you're anyone like yourself, if you are in the hospital, not well, whatever it is, having these little elements to use and play.
If you want to get this collection, it is... Have you got the boards for these? Because I haven't.
No.
We'll show you them later on, but basically it's a 4-piece collection that you're going to get. Yeah, it's a 4-piece collection that you're going to get. You are only going to pay for one of them. You pay for one, you get the other 3 for free. Here you go. So you get one stamp, as Craig showed you, which creates that background. So you're rotating it around 90 degrees each time. And then you'll get a sentiment to pop in the middle of your stamp background, which of course you can interchange between the 4 different designs. We'll show you those in much more detail later on, proving very popular because of course you're saving almost £39, almost $45, nonsense price. If you want to give these a go today, this is an unbelievable time to get them. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just waiting to go and have a cuppa in a minute when Sandra comes on, so I just thought I would finish off at this side.
I'll have a cuppy.
Sorry?
I'll have a cuppy.
You want a cuppa as well? Yeah, cuppies all round.
Yeah. Can I have a cup of coffee, please?
Of course you can. Yeah, can you just sort the back of my microphone pack,
yeah,
please?
just there.
Just go down.
Actually, no. Last time I did that, I got in the newspapers.
Yeah. Gosh knows where you would end up if you do it with me.
Can you imagine? I'll be getting a name for myself, won't I?
Mine's are clipped on the back of my shorts, Johnny.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sorting that out. Right, we'll see Craig. I'm doing it again. We'll see Craig in a little while. The amazing Sandra is here from Sanntangle in just a few moments' time. Beware, because products are selling very, very quickly indeed. We'll show you all of the new stuff and all of the items backed by popular demand after this short break. He's squatting over there. I can't look.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Make your die cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies, and that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in. Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours. I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crafters TV. Thank you for all the messages coming through. Dawn says, poor Ben, he blushes so easily. I didn't used to, but I do now. Can I just say as well, Paul's just asking about the background rotation stamp collection. Is it a 4-piece or 8-piece rotation set? Screen says 8, website says 4. It's actually 8, because you get 4 of the main stamps which you rotate, and then with each of those you get a sentiment which you can pop in the middle. So it's the 4 main stamps and then 4 sentiments that you get with it. So it is actually 8 stamps that you're going to get within that collection. Lots of lovely messages coming through. Lots of you welcoming the lovely Sandra, who is back by popular demand with Sanntangle. We've got so much to get through, so many brand new goodies that you're going to see for the first time here on Crafters TV. Welcome back. Would it surprise you to know that all of these items are already flying out the door and we've not even shown them?
Do you know, I spent all day yesterday prepping for this. I've got some fantastic demos.
You're not going to get time to do them all.
Let me do a few. No, I'm so pleased actually that people love it, and I try and bring you different things, because I know not everybody wants to start from scratch and draw something. So,
yeah,
you know, you've got a bit of a selection of everything today. So
I know you've got obviously a massive following of your own, but I think since you've been coming here on regular occasions now, you've now got a massive following of our viewers as well. I think people are just taking this up because it's such an accessible hobby. It's an accessible sort of additional craft, isn't it?
it certainly is. I mean, it's great on its own if that's all you want to do, but it works so well with everything else. I mean, you've seen that I've used the dragonflies match your dragonflies paper.
Yeah.
All sorts of, and the hummingbirds, I still want to sort of claim that I actually got that before it sold out. So, so yeah, it's just nice that it will integrate not just with paper crafts, but on wood, as you've seen, and also fabrics, and if you're into your soft crafts, it's great for that too. So yeah, I love it.
Let's get stuck in and have a look at some of the new goodies that you brought to us. I'll show it and we'll get you to talk us all around it as well. First up, and I know it's already proving really popular, is the Macro 28-piece bundle. So you've got 2 sets of tiles and your 2 stencil sets as well. We are already a fifth of the stock gone. You've not even seen it. And the thing is, learning from last time, we've doubled the amount of stock that we would normally get from Sanntangle. Already a fifth of that stock has gone. So, Sandra, take us through what we're getting here, because we're going to get a pack of our monochrome tiles, we're getting a pack of the multi-colour, and then we're getting some beautiful stencils to work with as well.
You are, yeah, but notice the size of the tiles. They're a little bit bigger, so they're just under 15 centimetres square, because again, you might not always want to use the regular size. We do tinies as well, but this is giving you the opportunity to do something a little bigger. It's great for a card top if you want to do that as well. You get all the greys, of course, greys and a selection of monochromes. But then you also get a mixture of coloured. Yeah. Now, it could be any colours. We could pick any from our range, but I think that's really nice, because I think sometimes you just want to shut your eyes and pick one. Look at that chartreuse. It's beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous. And again, in traditional style, you've got the back where you can put your name, the date, you could put the tile number that you make, and then, of course, your work goes on the front.
Oh, there's a lovely selection of colours in this particular
nice
pack.
Summery, aren't they, as well? Lots of different mixture in there. So really bright and hot pink's divine. Look at that.
And the great thing is, so you've got all of these tiles to be playing with, and you've also popped into the collection a selection of stencils as well.
I have, yes. These, again, are different. If you want to... Oh, look at that for a frame. And if you've done a regular tile and you actually want to think, I don't really know what to do with it, you can emboss this around the outside or ink it through, and you've got an instant frame. That one you could actually tangle within each of the sections as well. So it makes something really quite special. Again, if you want to ink through it, if you want to draw through it, it's all there for you as well. They're just lovely. You also get the stencil for the centre, which is the perfect size for my tiles. So if you wanted to create your own...
Oh, fantastic.
You've got those as well. Absolutely.
Can I just say also, you're going to get these mandala stencils, and these are phenomenal. Look at those.
Oh. Well, again, do you know the nice thing about these is they're hand-drawn, as you well know, but don't just think using the one on its own. Why not put the 2 together? Yeah. And then you think every time you actually use these, you're going to get something a little bit different. And there's times we perhaps don't want to start from scratch with the construction frames and things. These are an instant card. And wait till you use the gel pens on them and you actually create different things. We're going to use the Tangly Trails.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see that later on.
So yeah, it takes all the thinking out of it for you. You're just going to absolutely love them. You really are.
This, like we said, already proving really, really popular. Fifth of the stock gone. If you're platinum, you can pick it up for £28.79 or $41.72. Always worth bearing in mind too that if you're here for the first time, or maybe you were here last time Sandra was here and you didn't sign up to Club Inspire, do it today, because you can get that price as your first purchase today. That platinum price is yours as your first purchase. If you sign up to Club Inspire, you can do it on the website. It's absolutely free to do, free to join the club. There's no annual membership or anything like that, and of course, here we go. A quarter of the stock has now gone on that set. Oh, I'm going to go through these as fast as I can because I want to see as many demos, but we might not get there. Now, the Flowers in Bloom bundle is absolutely gorgeous. It's a 15-piece set, saving 10%. We're almost at a fifth of the stock gone. You're going to get, well, we'll show you everything. Let's show you the booklet first of all with your stencils. Talk us through this, Sandra, what we're going to get here.
This is the biggest booklet I've ever done. You get instructions for creating 10 different flowers in here. And it's not just now about the tangling, it's about learning to draw those flowers.
Okay.
So yeah, you get the stencil to start with, but I'm taking you through from scratch how to create all those different ones. So if you're into sort of your botanical drawings or you want something to look a little bit more realistic, these would be fantastic. If you say drew them with a pencil and then watercoloured them, nobody's going to know that you drew them. It's all going to look like an actual picture. And honestly, I've picked some really tricky flowers like the iris and the chrysanthemum. You always want to say more mums there. Look at that. I mean, being able to draw that from scratch, from the instructions. And
is this kind of like next level then for...
When I say next level, it's a little bit different. It's more realistic, whereas the Say It With Flowers is a little bit more fantasy.
Yeah.
This one is going to give you actual flowers that you can use to either, I say, draw, paint, or you can tangle into them as well. A little bit different, but a really nice step up, I think.
Absolutely. That's the kind of thing that you're going to be able to achieve. You're going to get those 2 stencils as well that I've shown you, but that's not all within this bundle, because you're going to get more to be working with as well, aren't you?
You are, yes. Do you know, I've handmade all of these, every single one. So I've
you handmade all of these?
Yeah, I hand make them. I've actually got a couple myself. I've got one sort of sat here on the desk, and I use it all the time. It's almost like, draw into it, try and use some different colours, but there's nothing stopping you drawing something and then putting it in here and tangling round it.
Yeah.
And some of the images, look at that tangerine, it's just divine. And then the burgundy with a gold pen, the gel pens, is lovely. So it's giving you that little bit of an option as to what you want to do with it. And I say, I use mine, I've got lots and lots of images in it. So yeah, and of course it's handmade.
And a great way, again, isn't it, to kind of almost like document your tangling journey to have something like this?
Certainly is, yeah. And this is where you can go a little bit bigger. Maybe if you want to use a couple of the regular tiles or the macros, put them in there as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, make a bit of an album out of them. Put your photos in, scrapbook.
I love that idea.
All sorts.
When I say your sort of ready-made tangling scrapbook, you're also going to receive in this collection your micron pens as well. So we've got 3 different pens in here, haven't we?
You have, yes. You've got an 01 fine liner, an 04 fine liner, and a brush pen.
Yeah.
Which is going to help you to sort of,
we can get them
you
out.
know, sort of fill in and all sorts of things. The 01, very, very, very fine. So use that for your fine work. Of course, your 04, great for sort of everyday use.
Yeah.
And then you've got that lovely brush, of course, that is going to give you that. It's a very fine brush as well, actually, when you come to that.
So
it's
like a
really
perfect
nice
set to be
so if you're into your
starting
brush
off with.
lettering, maybe.
Say again?
If you're into your brush lettering, the brush is really,
Oh, here we
really
go.
nice. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Stunning. So you've got your 3 pens included, but that isn't all, because you're also going to receive, I mean, and how smart is this? Your little work case as well.
Yeah, everybody has to have something to
I
put it
love
all
it.
in. Yeah, and of course I made the sketchbook to fit this perfectly.
Yeah.
So you've got that fits in the top there. There we go.
There we go. Look at that.
Look at that.
Perfect.
And then of course at the front you've got a little zip pocket as well, so your stencils, your pens and things can go into that one as well.
Absolutely
of course,
amazing.
that's really nice. There you go.
And again, I love the fact you've got your Sanntangle logo on the front
Oh,
there as well, so
absolutely,
everyone
yeah, it
knows.
has to be, doesn't it? Because I actually gone for the faux leather on the bottom as well, and
Yeah.
then you've got the handle which is double stitched, so it's a little bit stronger. So if you put, like I do, like 3 sketch pads in there,
Yeah.
it's going to hold.
It's a lovely bundle. Again, 5th of the stock now gone. People are shopping till they are dropping. £43.99 or $45.19 if you want to go for the Flowers in Bloom bundle. Right, next up, the stencils set, the 3-piece collection. This is the one with the
tangly trails, and the
Tangly trails.
puzzles and all sorts of things. Absolutely,
Look,
yeah.
10% of the stock has gone here. This is unbelievable. I'll show. I mean, this one. I mean, I'll just tip them out here.
Yeah, just tip them out.
You've got just the right words with, well, basically all of your alphabets. Have you got numbers in there as well?
Yeah, numbers are in there as well. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I've given you instructions here to do 3 different projects.
Yeah.
You've got us 2, beautiful, really classy, that one. Of course, you've got the one that says friend at the top. Now that one is actually 6 tiles to make up the whole picture.
Okay.
But I've given you 6 different ways to decorate the letters.
Yeah.
So you could use one, you could mix them about, whatever you want to do with that one. And then you've got the home project.
Oh,
which
wow.
again,
Yeah, you talk about, you know, you know, using these potentially for cards or just for scrapbooking stuff, but for home decor projects as well.
Absolutely,
Tangling's like amazing.
You get everybody involved. You could actually get the family, you know, if you've got a few children, grandparents, get them all to do a word or a letter each.
Yeah.
Put it together and put it into a frame, and you've got the whole family have taken part. It's lovely, that one.
And again, you can see all the different projects that you're going to be able to do there. I would individually show you all of the all of the stencils
Yeah,
that
they're
you're
all
going to
there.
get.
They fit on a tile. So.
Yeah. They are all there for you. A huge pile of stencils that you're going to receive there. The next one is puzzle pieces. So all about sort of jigsaw designs, this one, isn't it?
It is, yes. And again, you can dip in and out of this one. Of course, you can emboss all of them, but you can use the whole thing and create a little tile on there, a little tile design, cut it up and do different things, or you could just leave it exactly as is. I'll give you 2 sizes as well. Don't forget, you can shrink plastic things. So I think I've cut a couple of those larger puzzles out, shrink them down, and they make really little, nice little pieces to add to your cards and things as well.
Do you know what I love as well, having done a few shows with you now? I always feel like I'm going on a bit of a journey with you too, because we kind of start off with, you know, a few not simpler things, but it feels like you're expanding the range with us now, and you're taking us on a little bit of a tangling journey.
Everybody's got a different choice, and everyone's got a different taste, haven't they? So this is going to appeal to some people, whereas perhaps the words is going to appeal to somebody else, and they work well together. You can mix and match. I mean, what about using the words, putting the us too? And then putting the puzzle over the top, and cutting little bits out of it. Yeah. It's lovely for a wedding, that was too. It's really nice.
That's the second set that you're going to get within this 3-pack bundle. The next, well, I do know why I got so excited about this. This is called Tangly Trails, right? Now, pray do tell.
Okay.
Why do we receive a? Is it a 14? No, it's a 20-sided dice.
20-sided dice.
Why do we get a dice with this one?
Well, if you open the page, the first page, you've got I think it's 9 pages, and you've got 20 boxes in each page with different types of patterns in there. Yeah. Very, very simple, showing you how to create them. And the idea is that you roll the dice. Yes. Whichever number you get, you're going to have to do that particular pattern.
I love that idea.
But I mean, it doesn't even stop there. The last page is left blank, so you can actually add 20 of your own in, or you can photocopy that last page, and you could create more in your collection. And it doesn't stop there. No. I give you 5 cards, and again, there's 20 there, so you can do. Maybe you've got book 1. You might want to put all the tangles and patterns from book 1 onto that card. Yeah. Book 2 onto another, book 3 onto another. You get 5 cards. And then I also give you the stencil to create more cards. So you're creating like a little library of your own little tangles.
Do you know what I just see? We were talking about this yesterday. My daughter loves board games.
Yeah.
This is almost like a sort of like a crafty board game afternoon, isn't it? Just like throwing the dice, passing it round.
It certainly is. As you know, we all love our certain patterns that we want to do, and we do them all the time. Yeah. This is for sure going to get you out of that and make you try different things that then become your new favourites. Yeah. And there's 180 different patterns in there. Yeah. 180.
I think it's such a great idea, and again, I think that's a great book and a great set to get people perhaps in your family who don't normally do crafting, get them to have a bit of a go.
A little bit of fun. It's when you get that sort of mental block and you think, I don't really know what I'm doing anymore and I need something a bit different. You roll the dice, you pick a page, you roll the dice, and there it is. We're going to have such fun with that.
You certainly are. That 3-piece collection with all the stencils, with the dice, with everything that you need is just £36.80 or £52.13 if you are Platinum today, if you want to pick that up. And also very quickly, let's show you the artistic forms and frames for tangling. Sandra, tell us about what we're going to be receiving in this booklet.
Oh, okay, this one, you've got instructions at the front for how to colour one of the images. Yeah. There's how to colour a gem, by the way, with coloured pencils. So if you don't know how to do that, it's there for you. But I take one image and I take you through how to use alcohol markers to colour the whole thing in, and then how to add some tangles. Even there, a little bit of idea on shading, adding coloured pencils over the top, things like that. But then again, this is if you think, I don't really want to draw it myself, but I want to do some of this. Then in this book, you've got a variety of images that you can colour in. So I think there's an angel, there's a butterfly, there's a dragon's eye.
Wow.
Actually, that page is brilliant because I've used exactly the same colour pens, but just put them in a different place, just so you can get the idea of it. And actually, that was using your Illustrator alcohol markers.
Is that right?
It is, yeah.
Fantastic.
So then, of course, you've got all these lovely, see there's the angel, you can see it's lots of tangling around it, but then you've got grids like this that you can add your own bits and pieces to. So again, use the tangly trails, roll the dice, fill it in with a few bits.
Oh, I love that idea.
It's just lovely. I mean, you get 2 of each image as well, so, you know, mat and layer them, build them up a little bit. Look at that fan. Oh, actually, I've got that fan here that's been coloured. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go.
Oh, come on, look at that.
Look at this. I mean, look at that.
That's amazing.
So a little bit of colour in there, and then, of course, all these have been tangled. And, of course, if I show you a couple of others while we're here, look, little picture in the middle. There's one of the squares, the galaxy. It shows you how to do the galaxy at the back of the book. Then you've got this one. Look at this. Again, how to colour that gem. Another square. So it's amazing what you can do with them. There's that dragon, like there's the original of the dragon. You see the 2 different variations. That was your ice greys and your magentas.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they're works of art, honestly. They're just
they are
phenomenal.
I mean, that's, you know, there's a dragonfly in there, so use your backing papers to your dragonflies, your little dies in there, bring it into a card. But that's actually the original of the one I've showed you how to do it at the beginning. So from scratch, you can see how that one's done. And of course, that one is on the front of the book. Yeah. The actual outline for that is in there, so you could use that as well. So they look completely different, don't they? When you've actually got an outline in the book, you think, oh, what do we do with that? But then when you actually see it, it's amazing what can be created with them.
And I know the majority of you are back watching Sandra again for maybe the 2nd, 3rd, 4th time, and you will already have in your mind, think, well, actually, you know, these works of art do look amazing, but they're so achievable for everybody. If you are new to seeing Sandra for the first time, wait till she gets started. You too will see that you can achieve this. This booklet's only 11.19 or 16.23, but already 1/3 of the stock has disappeared, so you've got to go swiftly on that one. And just before we get seeing some tangling, again, we are so busy. I'm not kidding you here. 40% of the Fantasy Floors Colour and Tangle book is gone. We've not even opened the book up yet, Sandra.
Do you know, this is such a lovely little book. At the beginning, again, you've got those little patterns. I always like to write in about this book. I think it's important. But if you turn to the next page, you see you've got all the little patterns there. They're the patterns I've used in the book to create these images. Okay. So you've got, if you turn the page, you've got one that's sort of got a little bit of interest there, but then next page you've got 2 that are a little bit more, a bit less in there kind of thing, not as many tangles. So you've got 1 fully done, although you can add to it, and then 2 a little bit less. There you go.
Oh, I see.
So, of course, because I've used the fine liner pens to draw all of these, when you add to them, you're not going to tell which bit's mine and which bit's yours.
Got you.
You know, tangle on them of an evening, stamp a little sentiment on there, and then ink them up and then use them in your cards. But because it's laser printed, you could also foil them.
Okay. Here we go.
So
everything's been thought about.
So you could get a little bit of you know, glitz and glamour in there without doing much. They're just lovely designs, and you don't have to use them as they are. You can actually turn them on their side, turn them upside down, cut and layer them, whatever you want to do. They're really, really pretty ones.
40%, as we said, of the stock has gone here. £10.39, $15.07. I urge you, because what you've got to consider here as well, it may well just be, 20 past midday here in the UK. It's 7 o'clock in the morning East Coast. It's 4 a.m. Pacific. Our US friends not seen any of these before. The more and more people wake up, the more and more stock goes. Potentially we have a bit of a problem come sort of mid-afternoon here in the UK. See something you like, get it now. We're talking about 40% stock levels gone already. Get your goodies and get them checked out. But let's get cracking. Let's see some of these in action. Let's go back to those the macro tiles. I'll scan through the comments now as well, and if we've got any questions, I'll put those to Sandra as we head through. But keep sending them. If you are seeing Sanntangle for the first time, don't be afraid, as I say, to ask any questions you would like, and we'll get them answered. Where are we going to start?
Okay, I've already started.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I've embossed one of the macro tiles with one of the mandala stencils you see here. It fits in your junior just fine. And if I take that off now, see here we've got that wonderful sort of embossed kind of effect. But you know what? We want to do extra bits and pieces to it. So before I do any tangling, I'm going to come in and add just a touch of colour to it. Okay. So here we go. This is a nice thing about them as well. You can actually bring in your alcohol markers or your coloured pencils. Do whatever you want to do with them. And you know, once you've embossed it, you just sort of feel like you almost can't go out the lines anymore because you've got something
sort of got
to
the guide
it.
there, haven't you then?
There you go, yeah. So if I just do a couple of these, because lots of demos to get through. And,
you might have to work at double speed, as I said, judging by how fast the stock's going.
I know, I'm going to have to speed tangle today.
Speed tangle.
Speed tangle, absolutely. So already, you know, if you just wanted to colour these, they're just beautiful. I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to them there.
Just whilst you're adding colour, there's loads of comments coming through. Mary Kay Knold saying, looking forward to the day, spending it with my grandson, of course, here, us here at Crafters TV.
Good morning.
Patty says, I've ordered all my Sanntangle goodies already.
Oh.
Patty say also, these are gorgeous. Terry says, the dice idea is exactly what my brain needs.
Oh, absolutely.
I have troubles deciding what to do.
Yes. Maybe you should use the cards for other things.
Yeah.
Not just added tangles. Maybe it could be go out to the shops, go to the park, you know, roll the dice. You
I love
could run
that
your life,
idea.
couldn't it? How crazy is that?
Dice for life.
Dice for life. Oh,
There's
dear
a
me.
superhero carries a dice around, isn't there? Who is there? There's a
I
superhero.
don't know, is there?
Yeah.
It's not one of the regular Marvel-y ones then. 'Cause
Might be a
I don't-
DC character, and depending on how the dice falls, depending on what he does. Lily says, Sandra, this is amazing. I love it all. How do you choose? I'm still a beginner. I've got so much that I'm still learning to use from past visits. You are a true gift. Thank you for your talent
Thank
and
you for
imagination.
watching. Do you know, if you're never quite sure, the books are brilliant to go to because they give you the starting points and get you going on smaller pieces.
Yeah.
But then with stencils, what I've always said to people is choose the ones that you like the look of.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you've never done it before or you're a hardened tangler. You'll be able to actually follow the instructions in the book,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
And if there's a problem, you could always message and ask or have a look on the Sanntangle group page, and there's a lot of people on there that would have used these stencils and would actually help you get on with them as well.
For anyone, because as Mary asked, she says, I'm just starting Sanntangle.
Yeah.
What set or sets would you recommend? Is it literally just a case of whatever takes your fancy, or is there a particular book you'd point complete newbies to?
Yeah, absolutely. Just go with something you like the look of, because you're more likely then to pick it up and actually try it. Because I know some people, they get things home. I've done the same. You either forget what happened or you think, I'm not quite sure, and it's a little bit scary, so, you know, you leave it in the packet. So if you've got something, say you liked the puzzle, then get the puzzle, because you think you've got a project you can do with it. So it's well worth going for it, isn't it, and trying it.
Yeah.
So, okay, I've added a little bit of colour on there. You can see how it starts to come to life. Of course, I could spend the whole hour just doing one. But I reckon we should try the tangly trails, and I'm going to add a few tangles in there.
Yeah.
All right, so do you want me to pick a page and you roll the dice?
I'll roll the dice.
Go on then. Right, okay, so I'm on page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on page 6. Okay, go on, roll the dice.
Okay, here we go.
Woo.
4.
Number 4. Okay, all right, so we've got this sort of set of 3 lines there.
Okay.
You see, and they all sort of higgledy going around. So, okay, so what I can do now, I can choose which space I'm going to put that in. So let's have a go. Maybe this one here.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with 3 little lines. You see? 3 little lines.
Uh-huh.
And then it's sort of, they go in sort of quite randomly.
Yeah.
So let's go in and do this all over that space there. There we go.
Is anyone else seeing a giraffe's antlers here, or is it just me?
There we are.
I love this idea though, Sandra. I think it's great. Rolling the dice, because then you don't know.
No, I have no idea how it's going to turn out.
No,
you know,
that's half the fun of it, though, I think, isn't it?
Well, it is, isn't it? It's something a bit different. And again, if you're not sure, it's just great how it works. Okay, roll the dice again.
Okay, here we go. 1.
Number 1.
low
Oh, we've
numbers.
got this lovely curly kind of feature.
Okay.
Let's put that in the middle. So here we go. Now, whether I start in the middle or start on the outside, doesn't matter. I think I again go for the middle, but we want to sort of keep it a little bit wider, maybe,
Yeah.
so it's not such a tight curl. There
Can we
go.
please do this for the rest of the shows?
There we are.
Having too much fun here.
It is a bit of a one we can use with anything. That's the nice thing about it.
Yeah.
it sort of integrates itself into all. But do you know, you could even, just pick up a tile and roll the dice and you could create a tile from it. So it's not just about using with others. It will work on its own as well. You see, it's just got an extra line going around the outside there.
You've got to go for this one, the stencil set, because you're obviously getting the tangly trails, you're getting just the right words, you're getting the puzzle pieces as well. So much tangleability.
There we go.
For you. There's a new word.
All right, so no, very quickly done there, but you get the idea. And then, of course, it's got these little sort of leaf shapes. So it's a little leaf in the centre.
Gorgeous.
So going smaller as I go round.
I'm taking half the credit for this demo, by the way.
Little lines, working your way around. Okay, go on, once more.
Oh, I've read that one. We'll get another one. How can I roll the same number twice on a 20-sided die? Number 11.
Number 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, this is a nice one to do. So this one is a grid. So let's do a little grid's shape there. First one way, turn it round, and then let's do the other. There we go. All right, and then it's, okay, so then we split it, look, into half. So we've got a triangle shape there going in.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it doesn't matter if your lines are a little bit higgledy-piggledy again, it's absolutely fine. And then we're going to draw inside each one. There we are.
Oh,
and it creates this sort of wonderful little sort of flowery shape, really. And then, of course, you can go in and you could add a bit of colour with your pencils. You could bring your tortillon in and your regular pencil, whatever you want to do with it. But there we go. See what a lovely little pattern that is. So shall I bring in the one I've done already? Because
we're not going to roll the dice again.
No, we'll roll in a minute. In a minute. Calm down.
Sorry.
Okay, so here's one that I've done.
Oh,
and you can see I've added the colour all the way around. I've added some little gems on there as well. And of course you get your matting and layering in and your dyes. So from there, exactly the same way I've coloured this is how I've done this one. And then if I just quickly bring in, here we go. So I've got a, look, there's my ode to the hummingbirds. Never going to let you forget that. I got that. So I'd put this sort of in the middle, maybe. Maybe I will stick that down in a little bit. And then, a little bit of a sentiment, just a hello.
Amazing.
And there it is. So, from the stencil to actually, you don't have to emboss it. Bit of colour on there, a little bit of work on that. I did actually use the gel pens to do this as well. So a bit different. But bit of a sentiment. And then there you go. Lovely, isn't it? It's something really different that you could just have a bit of fun with, whether you use the tangly trails or not. It's just a nice one to sit and chill out with, and just have a bit of fun.
The stencil's now proving very, very popular indeed. A fifth of the stock has already got. I can't believe we're calling stock updates that high already. The tangly trails is within this bundle, but you're going to get the just the right words, I should say, giving you all of those different word and number stencils in there as well, and a whole host of different projects to tackle. You're also going to receive your puzzle pieces. And again, absolutely gorgeous. If you love to do your scrapbooking, I can imagine that you're going to be using these time and time again. But, all sorts of card making for your journaling, for your home decor pieces. And again, you'll get those two puzzle stencils within that set. And then you're also going to get the Tangly Trails. And this is the one that Sandra was just using there, which you're getting your 20-sided dice with. And then all of those different pages with all of the different, I suppose, combinations, because each different page you've got all of those different tangles that you can try, and depending on where the dice lands, depends on how your project is going to look. And I think that's really, really exciting. A lot of fun to have if you're new, and a lot of fun also if you are someone perhaps who's got a bit of the old, crafty sort of mental block, really. If you're not quite sure where to go with it, or you're getting stuck in a rut with your tangling, this is a great way to kind of, get you going and get you out of the comfort zone just a little bit. I love that collection. You guys are loving it too. It's very, very popular indeed. £36.80 if you're a Platinum member, $52.13 if you're shopping with us in the US. The macro tile bundle also proving really, really popular. A quarter of the stock has gone here, where you're going to get, don't forget, your 28-piece bundle set with your tiles. So you've got the monochrome tile set, you've got your multicolour mix included in there as well, so 12 tiles within each pack, and you're also going to get your sets of stencils too. So 2-pack of your mandalas included in there, plus you've got your macro stencil frames as well. So again, big bundle, small price, should be nearly £40, $58, saving 10% today on that platinum price. And for first-time shoppers with us as well, that price is $28.79 if you sign up to Club Inspire, or $41.72 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're a platinum member. Lots of you saying that you're loving the show. Jen saying, Sandra, what are you doing to us? So many wonderful goodies. I'm going to have to start rolling the dice to decide what I can buy, which is brilliant. Thank you, Jen, for that. And just also to throw your way this amazing collection, a fifth of the stock of the Flowers in Bloom set has gone, where you get your own, very own Sanntangle work case, which has got your very own Sanntangle workbook as well, which I think is absolutely phenomenal for you to, tangle in, for you to, sort of chart your journey in, to try different things with. Loads of multicolour pages you're going to get there. You've got your 3 sets of your pens included as well. Plus, you've got your Flowers in Bloom booklet, which also comes with your 2 stencils included too. A 15-piece bundle in total. £43.99 or $45.19 is the deal on this. And I think we're going to be looking at this one next.
Yes, we are. We're going to have a look at that one, yeah. So I've chosen, I'm going to draw the crocus. But it's nice, pick whichever you like, but I'm going to start with one of the stencils, a pencil. Now, when you're drawing something like this, you always want to make sure you use pencil to start with, because things are going to overlap and sort of work their way around. So I'm using a macro tile as well, one of the monochromes.
Yeah.
They're lovely. Those greys work really nice and bring colours out. They're just divine. So following the instructions, I'm going to start with the shape. Now, you see I've got numbers on my stencil. I do actually let you know which stencils or which numbers you've got to use, so make sure that when you get it, you actually draw the numbers on there. It just helps with the instructions a little bit. And here we go, so let's make it start. See how they're sort of overlapping each other to start with?
Yeah.
This is why we use pencil. And okay, following it through, I'm going to put one sort of in the top here, and then a little one there. And again, this is giving you a starting point, but as before, and as with all the stencils, you're the designer now. You're the one that's deciding where these petals are going and what kind of shapes that are, it's coming out of it. So once you've drawn it, if you've actually done a little work of art, you absolutely love what you've done, then you're more than welcome to sell it, because it's your work, of course.
Well, that's good to know.
There we go. Just add in a little bit of a stem, and then I'm going to put some little V's in there. Okay, that's sort of started it off, and then bringing it out, I think I'm going to go to pen just to start this. Okay.
Noticed a few comments coming through of people who are getting ready for a class with you tomorrow.
Yes, I have classes all weekend. I'm so excited, I can't wait.
That's at Sanntangle HQ, isn't it?
It certainly is, yes, absolutely. We've had a sellout of class this time, so it's going to be really busy, but real good fun as well.
Is that every weekend you do that?
About once a month we do them.
Yeah.
Gosh, every weekend I think I'd...
Bit too much.
Yeah, I'd love to, but there's a lot of preparation goes into it, as you can imagine. And of course, at the classes, we'll be drawing something that they will have never seen before.
Yeah.
And yeah, so.
And of course, the great thing for our US viewers who potentially can't get over to Scunthorpe, you do a lot online, of course, as well, don't you, via various.
I do, yeah. Twice a week, I'm online doing a live tile. We're on this afternoon, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yes, number 253.
Hang on a minute. You're on, what? You're on this afternoon?
Yeah.
You're on with us this afternoon.
Yeah, well, I've got a break in between. Nothing stops. The tiles never stop.
What time's that one?
That's 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. I was going to say I'll watch, but I can't.
No, you'll be working.
I will be. I'll be on there with Craig doing our craft along.
There we go. You see, again, following the instructions, I've got this lovely sort of little flower going on now. I want a little bit of a bud as well. Let's bring this one in. So straight in with pen now. So I sort of know what I'm doing now. See, if you're confident, then by all means go for it.
Yeah.
And of course, don't think you can. You don't have to turn the stencil if you want to. And let's bring this one in here. There we go. So it's going to go sort of under there.
I love the fact that you make it so easy for everybody. You know, you always pop the stencils in, don't you, into the project booklet?
Yeah, the stencils, they're almost like a little comfort blanket, aren't they? It's one of those little things that you want to sort of work to.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
of course, once you've got the idea of that, then you can sort of work your way through. I'm just going to now go to, I've got here, look, some little wildflowers. So it doesn't need a stencil, this one. It starts with a little teardrop. So let's bring a few of those in. So, little teardrop, and then another one, and then one either side, and then a little bubble in the middle. Little teardrops. There we go. Either side, little bubble in the middle. Little teardrops. Either side, bubble in the middle. And then we can start bringing little stems down as well.
Quarter of the stock's gone here already, by the way.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring a little bit of coloured in now, just so you can see where this would work. I'm going to bring in, actually I'm going to start with the lightest colour first. I just want to sort of give it a chance to work. There we go. Now don't get carried away too much and think, oh, I'm going to use all, I'm going to do all the petals of the light and then bring the dark in and all that. You don't want to be doing that. Take each petal at a time and work it in. There you go. And you know that your alcohol's going to stay there for long enough to give you something that will blend. Let's just do a couple of those so you can see. I'll do this one here.
Quick question from Val. He says, Sandra, what pens do you use to put your numbers on the stencils?
You could use something as simple as a Sharpie.
Okay.
Something that's going to sort of be permanent on there.
Yeah.
Because, of course, if you use the fine liners, they're just going to rub off. Don't do that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's a bit pointless, wouldn't it?
Let's just do this. Oh, let's do this one as well. Just want to give it a chance so you can see how we sort of tangle on it. Now, looking at a tangly trails, because it would benefit from having a few little flourishes and things.
Yeah.
So what I have done, I've created a little card here. There we go. That has got all these sort of little flowers and leaves and things like that on. So if you want to roll the dice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting ready for this. 12.
Number 12, here we go. So I've got this, oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah?
Got this lovely little leaf shape there.
Ah,
Now, we
yes.
didn't plan that. You
No.
No.
You saw me.
So I'm going to bring my gel pen in, and it's sort of a little line. And then if we bring in a little leaf shape, see a little at the top, really little, but it's there. And then I'm going to work these little leaves all the way down the side, all the way down the side. And then I'm going to join them to that first curve. There we go. So I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't plan them because...
It's not a weighted one, is it?
No, not at all. There we go. Just happened that way. Now you might find you roll the dice and you think, do you know what, that's not going to work. Put it to one side and think, I'm going to bring that in a minute.
Yeah.
So maybe you add a frame in or something, but still use it. Don't discard it. Try and fit it in if you can. So go on, roll the dice again.
Yes. 20.
20. Okay, so we've got a flower, look.
I mean, you couldn't have written this, could you?
There we go. I mean, I do know that there's flowery, botanical kind of things on here because that's the card I've done.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of thing. So, you can make them up to suit whatever you want to do. So here we go. It's got a little, let's put them up here sort of thing. Little...
I think a dicing craft, I think this is like a genius idea. It's so simple, but what a fun idea.
It's
like,
just
like
lovely,
you say, take
isn't
it with you in whatever craft you do. Like maybe, I don't know, not sure of what dies to use or papers to use. Just number them all up, roll the die and see what you come out with. I think it's a really fun way of doing
It's
stuff.
absolutely, and because it's got 20 sides, it's really quite unusual as well, and it gives you lots of options. So you could see how I could sort of build that design up. There you go. Little
Might
flowers.
use this to decide what I'm going to have from the canteen for lunch.
You could do that too. But I'm going to sort of come in now into the centre again. So if we go back to the book, the Tangly Trails book, let's have a look. Let's look at, it doesn't matter which page, you roll the dice and we'll see what we can come up with.
Oh, okay. 6.
6. Okay, so see here, look, I've got sort of like a little curve and it's got lots of lines in there.
Oh, yeah.
So how do we turn that into something we can use here? So the best way of doing it is let's split one of the petals up
Okay.
into a grid.
Yeah.
So this is where it stops being botanical art and it starts to become tangles. And we've got a little curve.
Okay.
So let's put little curves in. There we are. Now this one does show doing them sort of opposites. I'm going to change it up a little bit and I'm going to do the curves all going the same way.
Yeah.
You could do that, it's the same design. And then this half, we add little lines in. There we go.
Okay.
And then of course you could come in with your pencil, you could shade it a bit more if you wanted to. You could even use one of the gel pens or maybe a lighter pen and just add this in so it's not as sort of strong. There we go. So you could fill all of it in or just a little bit of it to create that.
Yeah.
And I just want to bring you in the actual image that I've finished using this shape. And of course I'm in my sketch pad, look.
Of course you are.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
So let's just bring that one in again. You can see where I've got the little flower there, which is the same. I've done my little drop there, but I've made it a full-sized one. See that leaf shape that we did, that little pattern? Very, very similar there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I've added that little wildflower. And of course, you know where we said use the macro, put it into your sketch pad and go for it. So there we go. From there to there. Beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely gorgeous. And it's a lovely, lovely booklet as well, the Flowers in Bloom. Just having a quick flick through it there. You know, you've got pansies in here and lilies, freesias, crocuses, croci?
I don't know, actually. Is it
Crocuses, as we've just seen. Daisies, open daisies. I mean, there's tons in here. It's such a lovely booklet. Of course, don't forget, make it nice and easy for you. You've got the stencils to go with. Just makes it so super handy. Of course, you've got all of your pens in there as well. Your Micron pens, specifically put together to make this nice and simple for you. Then you've got that booklet. Again, I think this is just going to be so great for you to kind of chart your journey, create a memory book. Absolutely love this. And then you've also got your Sanntangle bag included in there as well, so you can keep everything together nice and safe. It's a lovely bundle for £43.99 or $45.19. Christine just saying, super excited to get all the new Sanntangle goodies. These will go in the bag I packed for my trip to Yellowstone National Park. And that's the point, isn't it? Again, it's such, we talk about this a lot, this is such an easy craft to take with you wherever you go. You know, if you like to be, crafting in the caravan, on holiday, maybe you're on the train or going on a plane or something like that, and you want to be able to while the hours away, this is a craft to go for. If you are brand new to it and you're thinking, oh, what would be a good place to start? I think the starter bundle that we've got on the show back in stock is a good thing to go for. Pretty much every time this has arrived here at Crafters TV, it does sell out. You're picking it all up there for just £31.20 if you're platinum today, and $45.19. If you've missed out on that previously, then again, it's a great day to jump in and grab that. We've also got the Say It With Flowers booklet and stencil. This would work very nicely if you've picked up our sunflowers collection that we've had here on Crafters TV recently. This would work absolutely beautifully with that as well. £12.79 or $18.59 if you're platinum. The best thing to do, though, as I say, is to go to the website, check out all of the deals right there. They are disappearing very, very quickly. What's happening is we had loads of people get up early, pick up the deals. Now more people across the pond are getting up and they're grabbing the deals, and only more and more people are going to be waking up. More of this will sell in the break. How much stock we'll have when we come back at 4 o'clock this afternoon after Craft Along, your guess is as good as mine on that one. Now, one item that you do need to be very, very quick on is this booklet here, the Fantasy Florals Colour and Tangle book. I can't believe I'm saying this, 45 minutes into the show, 50% of the stock has gone, all right? If you want to pick this up, I would get this into your basket now. Don't think about going away for a bit of lunch and coming back later. Get it now. This could potentially be sold out by the time Sandra comes back. £10.39, $15.07 if you're a platinum member. So 18 designs, and there's 3 of each in the booklet, isn't there?
Yes, There's one that's more built up than the other two. It gives you a bit of inspiration, or you can add to it, or maybe you just want to ink around it.
Yeah.
I've given you space around them as well, so if you want to use your cutting machine in your dies, you could actually get one in there as well. Stamp some sentiments in.
Yeah.
They're great for card toppers, but they're great for you to sit of an evening, do a little bit of tangling, then take it into your craft room the next day. Look at that, perfect primed, isn't it, for a sentiment?
That's what I love about this as well, because I see these as little workbooks, so you can kind of like track your journey. But like you said, it's a simple case of, you know, if you need a beautiful card topper, taking one of these out,
Exactly.
matting, layering, away, you've got a beautiful card right there. You're going to demonstrate from the booklet right now, aren't you?
Yes,
we need to do it because it's going to sell out.
I'll do you a quick cut.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I've had a flick through. Of course, I've picked a real nice one. This one's a bit unusual. It's not sort of your normal flowery one. This has got all the different tangles in there, so it's a little bit more built up. So I'm going to go to the next one, which isn't so much. Okay. Now, in order to do something with this, I'm going to put a little bit of paper behind it because I want to use a little bit of alcohol markers in there as well. Of course, come in with your coloured pencils, whatever it is you want to do. So I'm going to go in with a bit of a slightly darker, like a green. I quite like this green. It's very sort of, I don't know, almost bordering khaki-ish, but it's quite nice. You know, with the dark red or with the coral, it's a really nice one to do. And if you're actually going to be, you know, tangling over this and colouring, it doesn't matter whether you colour first and tangle or tangle then colour. I just think sometimes it's nice to you know, have the blackness of the tangles on the top. If you are using coloured pencils, however, what I would do is I'd tangle first and then add the colour over the top afterwards.
Okay.
So, there we go.
How does it work for you when you sit down and start tangling? Is it just a case of sort of disengaging brain and seeing what comes out, or do you have a set idea every time you have a go?
No, I don't think so. I think sometimes you don't want that set idea. I think at times I've got a theme maybe that I want to work to, certainly when I'm designing a new product and I get a crazy idea and I think, right, that's how it's going to work, that's what I'm going to do. And then from there, it's, it's a case that let's just see what happens, let's see what comes.
It's amazing as well, because we get new viewers all the time, and it's lovely to see the amount of people who are sort of saying, oh, you know, I like to doodle. This kind of looks like it's right up my street, and we've all done that, haven't we? We've all sort of sat there. I used to remember, like, when everyone used to have a phone at home. You used to sit there on the phone. You'd have a little notepad by the phone, and you'd just sit there doodling away, sort of subconsciously.
Yeah.
I think if you've ever done that, you'll absolutely love Sanntangle, because that's exactly what it is all about.
It is.
If you can pick up a pen or a pencil, you can do this, can't you?
You certainly can, yeah. And before you know it, whoever was on the phone, you're not listening to them anymore. You're too busy doing this. So, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe don't do this if you're like taking an important phone call, like, I don't know, like buying a house or something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, of course, once you've coloured it in, you could go to the front of the book. As I say, there are some patterns in there that I've used that you could add to it. So let's have a look. We've got a few going on there. Okay. So we could add in here maybe a couple of bubbles. I do like my bubbles. There we go, just sort of around the edge there. And then maybe bring out, let's have a look, what does it have there? See, I've got, there we go, one of these. This is quite nice, and some little leaves and things as well. So let's do a leaf. So a little bit of a stem, a little bit of a smile on the end.
Yeah.
And bring it out, leaf. Let's do another little stem, bring it out, little leaf. Yeah. And again, bring it out, little leaf. So let's just transfer this onto one I've done a little bit more of, because, you know, we talked about foiling and stamping. I've stamped a sentiment, but look.
Oh, wow.
I've foiled it, so
That's
we've got
amazing.
Nice gold in there. Yeah. And of course, it won't foil the tangles that you've done. It's only going to foil what's already on there, but it's just lovely, isn't it? So let's bring some of those leaves back in. Actually, I'm going to use my finer pen, if I can find it.
Lovely sentiment that's on there as well.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Lovely writing.
Yeah.
Everything you need is within you. You just have to set it free.
Exactly, yeah. It's all about being a little bit more positive, isn't it? Everything.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes, you know, we have a lot of stamps and things that we can use that say to people, you know, happy birthday, happy anniversary. There's lots and lots of them out there. I like to do something that's a little bit more. Let's send a card to somebody who, you know, perhaps needs a bit of a pick-me-up or...
Yeah.
You know,
I think a lot of the sentiments we're doing here now are similar to that, you know, along those sort of lines, because you're going to need happy birthdays and happy anniversaries and those kind of things. But like you said, isn't it nice sometimes just to send a card to someone with a nice positive affirmation and
that's it,
put a
just
smile
to
on
say,
their face?
Absolutely. So you see, we can just sort of keep going around with those there. And I say a little bit of inking maybe. Let's just bring. I'll take my board out of the way. I don't want to ink my board. Well, not today anyway. I've done it before, honestly. I inked it and I was like, no, should have done that. Now this one, I've literally just taken straight out of the book. I've trimmed it to one side. But if you wanted to, you know, you could come in and say a little bit of a die cut there. There we go. Of course, you know, every time you look at this, you're going to see something different.
Yeah.
I've got a few samples I could show you as to how they've been used in other ways. So there we go. Just a little bit of ink round. There we go.
60% of the fantasy florals is now gone.
Let's add a couple more of those little leaves in. And again, if you wanted to just, you know, just colour it, then you don't have to add the extra bits on if you don't want to. Or if you've got, you know, you can get lots of little stamps, can't you, where they've got little flowers on, things like that. You could bring those in and add those to it. I think I'm not even going to sort of colour these. I'm just going to leave them as they are. There we go. And maybe see, you get carried away, and I'm like, okay, Sandra, you're supposed to still.
Well, we're still all right. We've got about 7 minutes or so. Are you going to put? I mean, I think you should. Are you going to put one of your projects in for the vote?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've done two. We've done 2 cards today, haven't we? Perhaps, perhaps my flowers and bloom. It's well stuck into my sketch pad, so maybe I should keep that one. But we'll definitely do the first one.
We've got to put a challenge up for Craig, haven't we? You know what I mean? You can't let him just walk away with the prize. He can't just win it easy, can he?
There we go. So I've got a couple of bits going on there.
Amazing.
And again, I'll get some glue out in a minute, and if I just put it to my little nice and simple. It doesn't have to be really busy and really crazy. Just keep it easy, simple. Job done.
Love it. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's get a vote going on the cards of the show, the demos of the show. I'll show you Craig's first, and then we'll let Sandra line up what she wants to put in. So, Craig's first card, Thinking of You, is with the timeless borders. That's the craft along coming up at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So that's number 1, if you like that one. Number 2, using those background rotational stamps. Oh, this is a lovely card, actually. Craig popped that one together second. So that's number 2. 1, 2, and then we'll get Sandra's cards. Are you going to put in 1 or 2, did you say?
I've put the 2 in. I've stuck it down. It's all good. If it falls off, it'll stick it back again.
That's it. Oh, look at number 3.
There, 1. And that one as well.
So you've got 3 for the mandala.
Yep, that one.
That one there. And then 4 for the fantasy florals.
Florally one that I've just...
65% of that book has gone now. It's not going to be here when you come back at 4. If it keeps going at this rate, it's going to sell out probably in the next half hour. 1, 2, 3 or 4. You've got about 2 minutes to get your votes in on that. Let's just show you some of the other items which are flying. The macro bundle is flying out of the door. 28-piece bundle, 2 tile packs, and 2 stencils you're going to get in here as well. With like your super-sized tiles you've brought to us here, haven't you? Which I absolutely love. Once again, you've got the ability to date these and name these, of course, as well, but you've got them in the wonderful monochromatic colours, in your blacks and your whites and your greys in there. You're going to get all of those tiles included. So 12 tiles in the monochromatic. And then the multicolour, I think you said, so with the multicolour, you will just get a mix of different colours.
You'll get a mix of different colours, but I think that's the great thing about it. You don't know what you're going to get, so every single one is going to be a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
So, but they're all lovely. They're all absolutely lovely. And that purple at the front there is just divine. And, you know, using your your gel pens on there. It's just a beautiful colour to work with. They're all lovely.
They are some gorgeous, gorgeous colours, and of course, to go along with those, you're also going to get a set of stencils. Well, actually, the mandala ones first of all, which I think are absolutely gorgeous. And again, these are just a great starting point for people as well, aren't they? Because you've got almost like the framework there. To get starting and get rolling your dice with, potentially.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it can be a little bit overwhelming doing something like that. And we bring the frames to you that you can draw your own.
Yeah.
But sometimes you might just want to think, I just want to just tangle, or I'm not quite sure where my spacing's going to go. These are going to give you that guidance. And they're just lovely to actually see and use. They're just divine.
I love this one from the other pack that you've got. This comes in the bundle as well. It's like your little...
Wait to see that embossed.
Apostrophes and commas.
Oh, that is amazing, embossed.
You've also got your second square frame here as well. And you mentioned that you get the insides of the... where have they gone? The insides of the stencils as well, don't you?
Yeah, you do, yeah. So perfect tile size. So if you've got your sketch pads and you want to put tiles or draw them in there, then that's perfect. It's my size.
$28.79 on that one. If you're a platinum member, that's the UK price. US, you're at £41.72p if you are picking those up. What did we say? A third of the stock. Third of the stock has gone. Well, Grace, you're gonna have to toss a coin on it. You might have to roll a dice, Grace. I don't get paid to make the big bucks on this. To make the big bucks, make the big decisions. So you're gonna have to choose, Grace. He's saying it's very, very close, super close. Oh, you've done it. Hang on, hang on. Oh, I see what you've put here. Sorry, I read it wrong. 3 was super, super, super close.
Oh.
But the demo of the show, 4.
Oh, 4. Gosh. Do you know, it's just so stunningly simple, isn't it? Thank you. Sorry, Craig.
You're not really, though, are you?
No, not really.
Show us the card again. The 1, 4.
Oh, hang on. Oh, here we go. That one.
Yeah.
That one.
Sandra.
It's just, I think it's the gold foiling that did it.
Yeah. Sandra 1, Craig 0. The battle will continue a little bit later on. So you're back with us at 4.
I am, yeah, back at 4.
And in the meantime, you'll probably be doing more tangling. Oh, you've got your class as well.
Yeah. I've got classes to prep for and all kinds of things. New products next week, of course, to do, and I've got my Facebook Live. 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Sandra's going to be back a little bit later on, as we said. If there's anything that you've seen on this show or if you spotted on the website, please get it, because I've got a feeling when we come back at 4 o'clock this afternoon, we are going to be calling limited stocks and sellouts and all sorts. So get in for those items that you want. And of course, make sure you come back and join us in, well, just an hour's time. Craig and I are going to be here with the craft along with the Timeless Border set. If you are crafting along on that one, then we look forward to doing it with you. And we will see you in just an hour's time. Bye for now.